This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. You are tuned into the TCSF podcast with Big Z. This week we got Ivan from the Tape Never Lies as the co-host, and you were coming straight from 606 Media Studios, powered by True Chicago sports fans. This is episode 258. We're fired up to dive into everything that makes Chicago great, which is our Chicago sports teams, and we got a lot to talk about this week. Remember, 606 Media is your ultimate source for all things Chicago. Don't forget to swing by 606media.com to get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt or our exclusive for the Love of Sports merchandise line. And we also have the tape. I'm sorry, we don't got those guys yet. No, we're not on the website, but we do have it just threw me off because I have that shirt in my truck. The TTNO shirts in my truck. We got Sean and Steven from the No Water in the Weekend podcast. They have a couple of shirts on there as well. So go and support your boys with some gear, rock it out, take some pictures, and send it over to us so we can put you in and make a commercial with everyone's shirts. We got about 4 people who sent their stuff in already. Love it. Thank you. Please continue to send those things in. We're gonna make a nice little video honoring you guys and showcasing you guys for buying our merch. So if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, X, what else we're on Twitch, go ahead and hit that smash and subscribe button. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us a 5-star review. It means the world to us, keeps us up on the charts, and keeps us in front of everybody's face. If you're looking more ways to get involved, support the show with the monthly subscription at anchor.fm/True Chicago Sports Fans. Little as 99 cents every month, keeps the conversation going. And again, you're already at 606media.com. Go ahead and subscribe to Impossicated, to True Chicago Sports Fans, who No Water on the Weekend. So we got 3 amazing shows on the platform. Go ahead and subscribe to those shows and continue to support us. All right, let's strap it in and let's get ready to talk about our Chicago sports teams. And this week we've got the Cubs, who wrapped up the Crosstown series, taking 2 out of 3 on the south side. We've got some trade speculation to talk about. We got some breaking news we're going to get to on the back end of that. Then we got the White Sox. We'll talk a little bit about how good they were that one game, but showed a lot of immaturity. Who's going to get traded out of here? What you got?
No. You said it perfect. You said it perfect. No, you said it perfect. But I have good things to say. Like, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, there was a lot of good thing on the south side.
Let's get that. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Let's get a second back half of that. We'll talk about Billy Donovan finally getting an extension, and then we'll break down his numbers. I don't understand why, but that's what happens over there at the Madhouse on Madison. And we'll talk some Bears. Me and Ivan were both there this past Friday. I was there this morning as well. I got 2 days so far, so I had a great time sweating everywhere. Even my ears were sweating. It was great.
It was not great at work. I'll tell you that. Sweat everywhere is not great at work right now. I'll tell you. But go ahead.
So let's ramp up and talk about Chicago's favorite baseball team, the Chicago Cubs. You know what, Ivan? Let's start off with the whole weekend. Let's start off with that Friday, and tell me how excited were you for the Crosstown?
Oh man, it was. I was looking forward to it because we had already talked. Like, me and Jose, we're friends. He's coming over to my house, watching the games, and we're talking Cubs, Sox. We go to Sox games all the time. So we're into both teams. Like, I'm not just I'm a Cubs fan, but obviously I'm watching what's going on the south side, because when you're a team from that, you come from the bottom to where they are right now. It's actually pretty impressive what they've been doing. And you got to give it up to Will Venable, because he has had these guys ready to play, like in recent games. And the last couple months, these guys have been showing some signs of resilience, some signs of being an actual ball club, that fights and gives people some fits. They're not complete, and they won't be complete because they'll be dealing with some guys. But going into the series, I knew the Cubs had their hands full. I was like, hey, man, if you're not fucking ready, you'll lose. Like that was my mentality. I didn't want to go ahead and talk shit. But me thinking about it and watching the Sox and knowing how this team plays and seeing how the Cubs have kind of struggled a little bit, in recent games here, but they were still able, we're still able to have a quality matchup. And that first one was just, I was just like, damn, like what the hell is going on here? It was completely smacked me in the face. I was impressed. Everybody, it was a hit parade. You couldn't talk shit about the Sox on Friday. I'll tell you that much. How'd you feel?
I was elated because that was the only game I watched on TV. I mean, I watched the other ones, and everyone's like, "Oh, coming to the game." I'm like, no. I got my one win, and I can go happy with this because I said we wouldn't get swept. But the fact that they came up and put 11 runs on the Cubs, jumped on the Cubs from the start, Shota had one of his worst outings. Pitched 3 innings, gave up 12 hits, 7 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. And then the monkey wrench, Chris Flexen came in, 2 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts. Pomeranz pitched 1 inning, kind of shut them down. Brazier shut them down, and then Birdie gave up the last run. You know what? It was nice. It was nice to see everybody on there getting hits, playing great baseball, turning double plays. The kids can play, and they've already used that slogan, but Mydrov can play, Carroll can play, Vargas is playing first. He's playing out of position. He's a third baseman. Rojas is playing second base. He's another third baseman. I mean, I know these guys are all infielders that play multiple positions, but if they have a lot of third basemen. Sosa can play a little bit of everything. And we'll get to Sosa a little bit later in the third game. We'll get to that in a second. Tachman, the constant professional, just a stud. Brooks Baldwin has been in the lineup. I don't know why. That we have other players that can really take his place. Michael Taylor taking in for Lubob, who had some kind of mystery injury, another groin, another abductor issue, and then Colson Montgomery. Again, these kids can play. It was nice to see the White Sox jump up on them. They have been playing good up to that point. They just took care of the Rays and Pittsburgh prior to that, winning some games there. So they came out of the break as one of the hottest teams, scoring at least 10 runs just about every single game. If I look at it, Pirates 10-1, 10-4, 7-2. That's 3 there. Then they won 8-3. They lost to the Rays 4-3. Then they beat them 11-9. Again, they've been scoring some runs. So the fact that game 2, which I expected the Cubs to respond and say, no, this is not happening. I really did like that game because it was a pitching duel in the third game. But that second game was a response game that had to happen for the Cubs because they've been sliding, you can say, a little bit because they've been playing so well for so long, and they're going through a lull right now.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, a little bit, but right now, as we're watching, I got this game going. It's a huge series in Milwaukee for the Cubs. With the Sox, the Sox, I feel like are they're going to surprise some people. They're going to be a team that's just a pest in the late stages of the season. Maybe they play Grinch to a couple teams. We'll see. But for the Cubs, you're looking for that. You could see the clear, holes at this point. And, what we have, how much more time we have left until the trade deadline. What do we have?
2.5 days.
2.5 days. 2.5 days. So the clock is ticking. We know you need a starter. I know there's a lot of rumors going around. We've heard Jed, doesn't want to do that rental for a top prospect like they did in 16. We gave up a Gleyber Torres for a Aroldis Chapman.
Yep.
But, for me, there needs to be moves made. And there will be moves. There will be moves. Just the simple fact that Jed has this, new contract, this extension, I believe that this team at this point, he's talked about the money's there. I believe that they wanted to go ahead. They're impressed with Jed enough that we're like, okay, you're going to have a team. You're building a team that's going to at least contend for the next 5 years, right?
Mhm.
I would imagine, right, with Jed's plan. So they're going to go ahead, whatever his extension was. I didn't see it. I just
It hasn't been disclosed yet.
Right. Yeah. Regardless, whatever it is, they have a window that they see for Jed, right? This is a new window for Jed because he's got this team right here, right now, and they're going to go and find some pieces that could go ahead and help them down the stretch. Now, you need to find a guy that's going to help you with, the back end of the bullpen. I still believe that. I would love a three-headed monster with like a Presley in like the 6th or 7th, or and then you bring in Palencia coming in, and then add another guy, add another hopefully flame-throwing closer or relief pitcher that's going to help you out in that back end. I would love that. That would make me more confident in the bullpen because it's still shaky when it comes down to these close games with the Cubs. It still gives me, some worry, especially when it comes to, like, let's say we have a two-run lead going into the 7th. I'm like, all right, who's locking it down? All right, you're gonna bring in, I know Hodge is gonna come back and stuff like that, but like even then, Hodge has had his struggles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you have no idea how he's going to respond.
Coming back. So you need to go ahead. Yeah, you need to go ahead and double down. If I'm Jed Hoyer, on adding more arms. Like I said, if you're looking to add anybody, like let's say, I know Suarez has been talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say, hey man, maybe if you could look into finding another speed guy that could play like a center field, in a pinch, and then, off the bench could come in and be like a pinch runner. You know what I mean? Like just keep that theme of speed and defense when it comes to the backup for PCA. You don't necessarily need the bat in my eyes. Like maybe a solid bat. You don't need a top end bat, but you need somebody that's going to come in and can pinch hit for you or go ahead and pinch run for you. I truly believe that. So we'll see what happens.
He can run.
Yeah.
He can play center field very well, and he can run. He can steal bases. That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
You need him for two things. You don't need him to hit, right?
Yeah.
You don't need him to hit. You need him to pinch hit.
But that's too much.
It is. The 20 million. The 20 million option is too much.
That's too much for me. So like, yeah.
What if Jed said, give me a package deal because Suarez is going to be a free agent and Mitch Keller is going to be a free agent. Give me those two guys together. But you got to give up Owen Casey. And
well, see, that's where I think the problem lies is like now we're talking about our top prospects, right? We're talking about the top end prospects, right? So I don't want to go ahead and say, oh yeah, that sounds great. Cause like, I'm like, yeah, if it were me, I'd say I would try to talk them down, maybe find a couple guys that they like, multiple guys that they like, and see if you could find a package for that instead of packaging your top guy in like a desperation attempt. This isn't 2016. You've won a World Series. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you have a World Series since 1908. You don't have to go ahead and do this and go all out. And the Brewers just took the lead in the third, 4-3.
JC that he would not have extended Jed until he proves he can get trades done. Now here, JC, this is where I disagree with JC. This is why they did this so early. This solidifies that there's going to be organizational consistency going forward. Jed has been here since the beginning. He's going to continue to be here. So now you say, all right, Tucker, look, You're going to be playing, and I'll be here for the duration of your contract because we don't know how long Jed's going to be here, right? It wasn't disclosed. Then you can, anybody who comes in, let's say Eugenio Suarez comes here as a Cub to play as a Cub, as a third baseman, and he falls in love with Wrigley. Why wouldn't he come back? You know what I'm saying? We got the guy there's certainty at the top.
Well, I mean, yeah, which I would say Shaw for Suarez. I think Shaw's going to be. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think they really like Shaw and they want him.
Really do like Shaw, yeah.
Also, you have to think Nico Horner. His contract's up. Like, what's going to happen with Nico? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to pay Nico, or are they going to go ahead and deal with the Shaw, who is a second baseman? He's a second baseman. He's not a third baseman. He's playing. He has a fucking fantastic glove, but he's playing out of position in my eyes, and he could easily move right over to second base and be just as athletic. Maybe even more because he has more range. We can actually see his range, what it is, because he's lightning at third. That would be an option for me. But that's why I say Shaw is not a viable trade option. You have other things that you need to think about, and Nico Horner is one of them.
I mean, here's the problem, right? Are we going for sustained success, or are we going to push all of our chips in as Cubs fans and say, we're trying to win the championship this year. Let's go balls to the wall. Because if that's the case, then you make a smart move. I'm not saying you sell the house and the cow and the wife for a player. I'm saying if you're going to get Eugenio Suarez, who's batting 247, 36 home runs, 87 RBIs, and 94 hits. 36 home runs at the half. Let's say he hits 20 more. That's a stud at third base. That's a pop in the bat. That's going to help PCA and protect PCA and protect everybody else in the lineup. I mean, I get it. Everyone likes to hug and caress their prospects.
That guy's not a prospect, dude. He's playing now. Like, he's up.
No. He's played half a season. He's still a prospect.
Okay.
All
right, Mr. Technical. Okay.
Because if we talk about the South Side, they're all kids. They got 2 months. They got 2 months under their belt. So yeah.
Don't play Montgomery at third again. How's that?
Oh my God, that was the dumbest thing. Yes, he is a shortstop, and then put Mydroff at second, and put Sosa or Vargas. We have 3 freaking. All right, you want to get into that?
Let's finish up what we're doing.
You want to finish this?
Yeah.
They're talking about who else? Trying to get, is it Pomeranz from the Nationals?
No, we have Pomeranz. You're talking about Gore, Mackenzie Gore.
Mackenzie Gore, yes. Is Mackenzie Gore going to be, there's talk that they're going to get some lower level prospects and like a big, a big package and all that. So can Jed be wheeling and dealing on 2 sides of the front, And
if he could find controllable assets, awesome. Like, let's go from there. Controllable major league assets, young tits. Let's go, Jed. Right? Let's go, Jed, because we have a team. We have a core. Like, believe it or not, we do have a core. Seiya Suzuki, a P. Crow Armstrong. Even Amaya, who's young, is a young catcher, is going to come back. He was having a good season, before he got hurt. Him and Carson Kelly.
Kader Horton.
Horton, Bush. You got a core here. You know what I'm saying? Even Nico right now, Dansby. I stop naming the Cubs, but like, you have a team that's ready to win now and possibly within the next few years, right? Let's call it 3-4 years. You have a 3 to 4 year window, I believe, with this team. If you could add young pitching, right? You could add young pitching, and then you could just go ahead and rotate a couple guys here and there. You could win. You could really win. But for me, it's all about the control. Like if you can't find the right deal, Jed, don't just fucking bust your nut. You just got a contract. You're looking to win right now. If you could get the right fucking deal, do not art of the deal. Don't fucking fuck this up.
Yeah, you can literally either there's three options, right? You can go for broke and roll the dice to see, because he's competed. The Cubs have competed against the top tier talent and won. They beat the Dodgers, right? You know, they beat San Diego, they beat San Francisco. You know, they beat the Mets. But it's a different animal when it comes to the playoffs. The Dodgers had like 14, 15 players, like their whole bullpen was on the IL, and a couple of starting pitchers. Those guys are starting to come back, and the Dodgers will get rolling again. The Astros are in first place. They have 18 players on the IL, 18, and still in first place, just like the Dodgers. Like, that's organizational sustainability, when you can say, hey, you're going to call someone up from the minor leagues and they're just going to pick up the slack and you don't miss a beat. And they haven't been dominating. Like the Dodgers has spent, billions of dollars and, 100 million in offseason acquisitions this year, but they're still on top, even though they've been struggling. But wait till the whole team gets healthy and they get rolling. They have a 1 through 5 that's formidable. And that's where the Cubs, I feel, are lacking. They don't have a 1 through 4 right now. Needless to say, 5. I know pitching in the playoffs it's a lot shorter, but we also don't have a bullpen that's dependable. If you had the White Sox almost come back and beat you, you've had the Rockies almost come back and beat you. You have these teams that are not good come back and try to bite you in the butt. JC is saying, get me pitching if we're pushing our chips in pitching first.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Always 100%. Pitching wins in the playoffs. Pitching and defense, you're gonna win 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. Those are the types of games that you'll be seeing. Again, we've got till July 31st for the trade deadline. The Cubs right now, we're tied for the NL Central with the Brew Crew. They will be going in as well. I don't think they're going to spend money, but they might, spend for some rentals. And Suarez and Keller and whoever else is out there, was it Kelly and Raciel Iglesias? There's a lot of players out there that are going to be rentals, and the price is going to go up because that kid from the Cleveland, he got caught gambling.
Yeah, Class A.
Class A. He was literally the top of the class when it came to bullpen help, and they've been working on a deal to send him somewhere for 6 weeks, and then he gets suspended. He's on administrative leave until August something. So pretty much the season's over.
He gone.
Yeah. So you can't trade him because he's not going to have value in the off season. So it's something like the Cubs could have used him. It would have been nice, but
would have been nice. Would have been nice.
Stop gambling, players, especially gambling within your own sport. It's just stupid.
That's the one thing that gets me is like, why in the fuck? Even I love him to death, Pete Rose. Like, even why? No, I could understand gamble if you're a football player gambling on baseball, or you're a baseball player gambling on football.
Yep.
That I'm like, what the fuck? You have fantasy football leagues. What do you think that is? You know what I mean? So it's like, I can understand that being like ridiculous. But if you're betting on your fucking sport, like to me, you lost. Like, you lost. Like, that's what you don't ever fucking do. Like, you never do it. That's the fucking, like, there's things for me that I feel like can be bent, and there's things for me that can't. And I feel like this is one of those things that's like, hey man, you gamble, you put the integrity of the sport in jeopardy with what you just did. Every person that gambles, like, that every player that does that gambles under, they put the integrity of the sport in jeopardy. Even though there are people that are saying that, integrity of the sport is already, probably corrupted as is. You've had officials and there's still question marks on God knows every fucking MLB fucking umpire. We all know that shit.
I saw one earlier before we got on.
Right. But for me, it's like you can't do it, man. It's just it ruins everything. It's something that you just have to respect and have to understand. Like, you can't go there because of the impact around you. It's bigger than you when you bet on your own sport. Like I said, I don't like you're gambling, poker, all that shit, cards, fucking fine. That's all good, right? Yep. I don't even mind betting on fucking the opposite sport, but your sport, like, you gotta have, like, that's where it's like, you gotta go. You got to go, and you probably, even though I believe Pete Rose, I'm happy he's reinstated and everything like that. It's just the truth. It's hard. It's a hard truth. It's a hard pill to swallow because some of these guys you love, and they're, Pete Rose being, I don't know if Class A, like, I'm a grown man. He's not like my hero, but like a Pete Rose, that era, that guy was a lot of kids' heroes. You know what I mean? Like, you lose a lot of respect from not only your peers but the world around you, especially if you get caught and it's something like, we all know the 1919 Sox, like that's and I'm happy they're all reinstated, right? Like, don't get me wrong, but like, look how long that punishment was. You know what I'm saying?
Bad. They waited till he died.
Look how long it was. Yeah, it was all of those guys. Those guys, they had to die before they got back into baseball. It's sad, but it's what it is.
It is. JC's chiming in for me. If it's top pitching, that would take it to Casey. Say do it. If you're unsold or convinced, you can bring back Tucker back and keep PCA, and you have Hap and Saya, and then that makes Cassie expendable. If you're 50-50 on Tucker,
Casey, not Cassie.
Casey, sorry.
Diddy, all right, Diddy. It's not Cassie. Go ahead.
I was late on that joke. Took a second to process. I feel like Tucker, PCA is still under his rookie contract. There's no reason to rush that. He can outplay his contract all he wants. I mean, I feel that way. He's on his rookie. He's on his sophomore year of his contract. He's got what? 2 more years and arbitration. 2 more years after that.
That's why it's ever more important to find like JC said it. I'm backing JC. Like, controllable pitching is a must if you're going to go ahead and trade assets, right? Like your top, prospects right now. For me, thinking of anything else outside of that, I think Jed's putting this window in jeopardy because you have a young squad of hitters, right? You got youth. I just that's where I'm at. You put the window in jeopardy if you don't get controllable pitching, and you find guys that are just here for the ride for this year. It's not going to work out that way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the list. You have Sandy Alcantara, the Marlins. They want a king's ransom, so I doubt he gets moves. Luis Castillo, the Mariners still in the race. I don't know why his name would be coming up. David Bednar from the Pirates. That's obviously he's going to be traded because the Pirates are hot trash and everyone wants to get out of there once they're able to. Let's see, Charlie Morton out of the Orioles.
Oh, did you hear this?
What happened?
Eugenio Suarez was hit on the hand and left the game.
Again?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't look happy.
No. He got hit at the All-Star game.
No. I mean, he looks like he's crying. Like, it's just a still. Let me get to it. Oh, here it is. Jeff Passan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Or can I bring it up? I can't bring it up because I'm not admin, Jose.
Oh, how do I make you admin?
I don't know, man, but
Oh man. Man, that's gotta suck.
It hit both. I think it hit the bat and his hand at the same time.
Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst.
Okay, wait, no. He's walking it off. But it hit his finger, dude.
Yeah, that's still not good.
Oh!
You saw the replay.
When the doctor touched the finger, he pulled that shit back. Like he snapped it back. That finger might be broke.
Oh,
I'm not fucking with you. That like looking
I really
at it
wanted
right now.
to get
Looking at it right now, he allowed the doctor to touch the finger. The doctor looked at it, touched in one spot, and he just yanked it right fucking back. Like he wanted no part of it.
Well, like JC, time to go all in on pitching because you're not going to
go to Jeff Passan's Twitter and pull it up. We got to see this all together.
All right.
Let's see this all together because this is fucking like terrible fucking timing. Terrible. We want him. We want him here. Eugenio. No.
Oh my god! Look at that. My X was locked. Oh, who knew?
Can they give him a bionic finger? Yeah, it's real. I hope they can. Go to Lover's Lane. Find. They got
No, he's got to go. Happy Gilmore.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. So I go to present. This is hard to produce and do this thing. So I'm gonna do what? Share screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Window.
Do they look smart going with McMahon, JC? He just got. That's a freak accident. How smart can you look on a freak accident, JC?
They're looking at the finger.
Where's it at?
Lost count, Candy, of how many.
Cincinnati.
Got the sound.
Share screen.
Sounded like it hit the
bat.
bat.
I could do it. I'll do it. Just turn it off. Yep, turn it off.
That doesn't look good.
Okay.
I hope it hit the bat.
Oh my god!
Way up here, Ryan DePanfilo.
Right. And then you bring it up. You see the little screen on the bottom?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right, ready?
There you go. I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yep.
Cincinnati.
Yep. Well deserved.
Ooh!
Sounded like it hit the bat, but he's holding his hand.
That doesn't look good.
I hope it hit the bat because you could hear that from way up here. Ryan DePanfilo running out there to have a look.
Not good, dude. Look, watch.
That thing swelled up so fast.
Watch.
Alex McKay, I believe, has awarded him the base. They're looking at the finger.
Oh, why did it freeze?
Count.
Don't freeze. Why did it freeze?
Count, Candy, of how many. Count, Candy, of how many. Count, Candy, of how many.
Oh my god, this thing froze. That's crazy. Hold on, I got it. Bring it up back up. I'll bring it back up because that's you got to see when his reaction to the touching.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's right here. You got it up?
Yeah, I'll put it back in there. There we go. Boom,
okay.
Boom.
Lost count, Candy, of how many.
Ooh.
There we go. I'll start it. I'll replay it again.
They're looking at the finger.
Watch.
Lost count, Candy, of how many.
No bueno. From a guy who's broken his hand multiple times on each side.
That's a broken finger. Am I wrong?
No, it's a broken finger. That's 4 to 6 weeks. Not moving that thing.
Like that's a shitty fucking situation.
Yeah.
That guy should be a Cub.
Well, now you can get him in the offseason because you can't trade for him now. That's gonna suck for him. No. All right, let's wrap up our baseball with the White Sox. Looks like the White Sox who should be trading Adrian Hauser. Mm-hmm. There you go. again, we talked about this last week. Why can't the two teams just help each other out? You need help. Let me help you. Throw
Does
some
Vargas
prospects.
does Vargas play third?
Vargas plays third. They're not.
Oh,
He just
Hauser and Vargas sound really good right now with Eugenio possibly having a broken finger. I
what do
would
you want?
take that.
Who are you going to give us?
Who am I going to give you?
Yeah.
It's up to Jet.
I could just tell you what I want.
I can just tell you what I want. But that's up to Jet. I wouldn't give you shit.
That's for Robert. You can have Robert. But throw him in.
I'll give you Alcantara. How about that? Or is it Alcantara or Alcantara? I forgot what it is.
Whatever his name is. No.
Yeah,
good.
the center fielder. You don't want him?
No.
Not him. Well, I don't know. We'll have to let Jed decide. I'll give you Kenta Maeda. He actually
Ben Brown, no way. Ben Brown is going to be a free agent after this year too. Let's see. Adrian Hauser, Dan Altavia, Steven Wilson. That's a name that would help you guys in the back of the bullpen. They've all have great ERAs. You want Tachman back?
I want Tachman back, but
you know where to put him.
Right. I don't think he could play center. He got hurt. I don't think he could play center. So
you got nowhere to put him. Your DH and your outfields are jammed up. You have nowhere to put him.
Well, he would just be off a bench guy. He would have to play off the bench, and then in a pinch, if the outfield got went down or needed a break, I would do that. But he only could play a corner, and therein lies the problem where you need to have somebody that could play center field. But say I look good, but again, I would rather have somebody with Pete's speed. Doesn't necessarily have to mirror Pete's production at the plate, but mirror Pete's defense. That would be somebody who, and his speed on the bags. That would be somebody I'd be like, hey, can you find that guy?
Lou Bob.
$20 million.
No, you just need him for this year.
I'm not giving you. This is the thing.
No, you're going to give me.
No. This is the thing. Because $20 million for fucking Jerry means he wants all your prospects. Doesn't matter how good the guy's playing. Jerry's going to go ahead and be like, Getz, if you're not going after fucking all their fucking prospects for Lou Bob, because Lou Bob has a name, he's a brand still for whatever reason. They've been playing great. Gets hurt all the time. Why would I want to go ahead and risk that? I would stay away from Lou Bob. There's no reason for me to go after Lou Bob.
Give me 2 low A prospects, 2 18-year-olds.
2 low A prospects?
Yes.
And he's a rental? And then I don't have to pay him after this year?
Right. Yeah, okay. You don't have to pay him.
I'll do that.
There you go. That's a deal.
It's a deal. We made it.
We're making deals over here.
It's done.
Hey, for a guy off the bench to come and run for one of your outfielders and then play defense in the late innings, 7, 8, 9, it's a perfect fit until he finds a new team, because he needs a new team. He is so tarnished with the stench of losing from this past administration with Tony La Russa and the other idiot that was there after him. They really just ruined that kid, and he's got no protection. He's literally, sometimes he looks unbothered. Just doesn't even want to be out there. Cedric Millens from Baltimore. I don't know. I don't know what Baltimore is doing. They were so
I like Cedric Millens.
I don't know if they're going to.
If he's available, I would love Cedric Millens.
Like I said,
if he's available for Baltimore the right price.
Was a powerhouse with all these prospects that started coming up, and then they've done nothing. They pulled the White Sox. All these prospects that came up and then just did nothing with it. So again, let's see, where are our teams at the moment? A shout out to everyone that's watching and supporting the show. My boy Chewy just checked in through text. We got Israel checking in as usual. Thank you, Izzy. Let's see, where are the Cubs right now? Cubs are losing 4-3, and the good guys in black are back on top, 4-2 on the Phillies in the sixth. So baseball is fun. Can't wait for this trade deadline to happen in the next couple of days. So I'm excited for that. I guess you're going to have to go after pitching because hitting it just went out the door as we just literally spent 20 minutes talking about Eugenio Suarez, and now he's out. So let's take a quick break. And on the flip side, we are going to talk Bulls, Bears, and a little bit of wrestling.
Did you say Bulls? Oh,
It'll be quick. Just to be quick.
God.
Ticketing.
All right, let's go to the break.
Let's go to the break. Let's go to the break. Oh my goodness.
Bulls.
I knew that was gonna get him mad.
Hey there, Chicago enthusiasts. Are you ready to take your fandom to the next level? The True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast has got you covered with some serious cool merch that screams Chicago pride. From cozy sweaters to trendy tank tops, we got it all. Show off your love for the city with our iconic red, white, and blue logo, or stand out with our exclusive collection for the love of sports. Whether you're lounging at home, breaking a sweat at the gym, or cheering on your team at a game, our gear is a must-have for all you diehard Chicago sports fans out there. Don't hesitate. Visit bonfire.com/store/606-media-store/. Or simply just click the link in the description and snag your gear ASAP. Get ready to make some noise, show your pride, and embrace the Chicago spirit with True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast merch. Designed for you, the ultimate fan, for the love of sports.
Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots, so let's kick it back over to Big Z.
Welcome back to the TCSF podcast with Big Z and Ivan from the Tape Never Lies Network. And just to talk a little bit, because they made some news over there in the Matt House on Madison, and is that Billy Donovan was extended. I think we had talked about this on earlier podcasts. We kind of knew this was happening, but now it's official. Here's the thing. It's a multi-year extension, and this was reported by Shams. And again, the Bulls do stuff so backwards and do not tell you what's going on. The Bulls do not disclose, and I know the Cubs didn't do it earlier, but they will. But the Bulls never disclose what their contracts are for the GMs, the assistant GM, the coaches. Like, it just makes no sense. He's going to be in his sixth season with Chicago after 800 NBA games coached. He is 195 and 205 in his career in Chicago. And you just extended him for longer term with no direction for this team by the general manager. Giddey is not getting a contract he thought he would out in free agency. I think the Bulls are at $20 million. He wanted 30, and no one's offering him 30. You got young Buck Buzelis and Ayo and Kobe. Kobe's going to be a restricted free agent after this season, so they might trade him. They're talking about trading Vooch. They do that every year. There's no direction for this team. It's just going to be stuck in the middle. So why would you give a coach? Why would you give this coach another extension? Oh, snap! Snikes. Here
Andrew Vaughn
is
hit a home run. That fucking piece of shit.
Oh boy. So Ivan, why are the Bulls doing this?
I'm sorry. Let me regroup after that. Because Billy Donovan's a good fucking coach. Like, he is a good coach. I just don't. This front office and the way that they move, the way that they go about things, the ownership. We know how these fucking people move, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's tiresome to go ahead and keep doing this roundabout with coaches. Billy Donovan is a good coach. He doesn't seem like he wants to leave here. You need to start adding more pieces, right? You're giving them pieces to develop. That's well, fine and dandy. When are you going to strike with big-time free agents? When are you going to strike with, or when are you going to actually, find the goal to make a trade when you need to, right? It doesn't make any sense to sit on your fucking hands and just be like, all right, we're content with winning the midseason tournament. You know what I mean? We're content with the play-in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We sell out. We're only the Bulls. We're selling out. Benny, look at Benny with the popcorn. You don't fucking win. That's the point. Like that's. I'm fine with a guy like a Billy Donovan. Just give him time, but you need the front office to fucking grow some nuts. You know what I'm saying? And actually fucking want to win, because right now they just seem like some puppets.
I can't disagree with nothing that you're saying, and I just wanted to, report the news.
Hi, JC.
So JC's here. We're talking to football. I was at Bears camp on Friday and Saturday, and today this morning. Ivan was there on Friday, so we're gonna switch over to Bears just because we're just gonna get upset talking about the Bulls. And kind of Bulls related. Ayo and Buzelis were at training camp today. They literally got off the bus as I was getting off my bus, and security's like, "Stop right here, son." I'm like, "But I wanted to talk to Ayo and Buzelis." No one knew who they were, but I did. And the security guard didn't let me talk to them. But
stop right here. You'd be like, yes. I'm fucking 45 years old, you fucking piece of shit. I mean, just like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, calm their tits, son.
Do you know who I am? I'm Big Z, goddammit.
You call me Big Z. That's what you should have did. You should have dropped the name on them.
Should have dropped the name. Should have dropped the name. Mm-hmm. So they were playing football on the sideline as the Bears were practicing.
I bet if I was Jack Joniak, you wouldn't be doing this to me.
Mm-hmm.
Joniak. You know what? It's hard to gauge to say how the Bears are looking from a far perspective, right? Because they're rotating and they're doing different things. I know Ivan was in the bleachers and I was by like the far left field goal on Friday. So it's hard to see what exactly the game plan is for that practice. So I don't know about you, Ivan, but like for me, I'm watching the linemen. I'm watching the running backs right now because I don't know what the game plan for the quarterbacks are. They may be running the same play over and over, and the defense knows what the play is. So the defense is going to be a couple steps ahead because they know what's going on.
Well, the defense is like that's just kind of how it is early in training camps, because you just have to basically be athletic, be strong, move fast. The offense, on the other hand, they can do all that, but they also have to know where to be placed, right? They also need to learn the technique. They also need to learn how to, where their blocking scheme is going to be. There's technical things that they have to do. Right now, the defense, no pads. Well, when we saw them on Friday, no pads. I think they're on pads today. They're on pads now. Even pads and shorts, it's like you're still just trying to find your placement, trying to get a rhythm of the offense and understand where you need to be on the field and who you need to attack. So like you said, the line of scrimmage was what I was looking at, and obviously Caleb, but like we were talking, the first team was getting beat. It just seemed like they were just getting beat at the line time and time again. Caleb looked bad because it looked similar to what we dealt with last year. There's just a lot of, having to rush his throw, a lot of having to escape the pocket because pressure was in his face. Now, am I worried? No, because I was day one of training. Well, technically day 3, but day 1 that we could see it. I'm not as worried as some people might be. I just want to see it game 1. If I could see game 1 in that first month, I'll tell you. Well, I'll say this: that first month, I'll tell you exactly who this team is going to be. Like if they're not blocking, if they're not, you know what I'm saying, they're not able to establish a run game and work off of play action, this team's going to struggle. And if they are, they can do that. They can establish some sort of a run game, some sort of a pass protection, and consistently find plays that Caleb likes, and he could hit open men, and we could use the middle of the field. This team's going to thrive. It's all about what they do up front. And right now it's just watch them. Just watch and see. Even though it is training camp and you're going up against your own guys, just watch and see if they can, establish some type of dominance during training camp, because the last couple of years that I've seen, it just hasn't been the case. Like you've seen consistent, missteps, and there wasn't any type of correction, being thrown. Now there's some correction. Now there's some type of, hey, this isn't what we want. We're going to run it again. Or hey, this is, how we need to do it. Run it again. Like that's what I like. That's what I want. Accountability right here, right now. Run it again. Don't fucking be content with a screwed up rep. And I know you got to get guys in there. You got to move things around, but don't be content with this screwed up fucking rep. It should be eating you up. Every fucking rep that you screw up should eat at you.
JC?
I agree with everything Ivan just said. I mean, we talk about every year, I've gone to training camps with, under Flus, under all these other ex-coaches, and under some of these other coaches, it was like, okay, there's like a DJ, and again, I know they still have a DJ, but like, it wasn't like business as a professional team. It was like a high school team going out there and just, we're having fun, guys, and it's like, no, there has to be accountability. And I think Ben Johnson is bringing that to this team. And like I said, holding guys accountable, run the play again until we get it right. Because at the end of the day, quarterback, if somebody's running 17-yard routes when they're supposed to be running 15 yards, like that matters, because that's the difference between a pass being short, overthrown, etc. Like details matter. And I don't think we had the coaching staff under Eberflus and all these other guys that we had the coaching staff that's going to hold guys accountable.
I'm sorry, JC, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What happened?
Ryan Sandberg just passed away.
No way.
No, I'm dead serious. The Cubs just posted right now.
No.
With great sadness, we share that Ryan Sandberg has passed away today. Ryan Sandberg, number 23 for the Chicago Cubs. Wow.
I mean, I don't have, well, okay, my Twitter's updating now. No, I don't have anything yet.
I mean, this is from the Cubs.
Let's put in this.
I mean, they wouldn't put that out there.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I would hope. Yep, they posted it. That's for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, Marquee Sports. He was 65.
I mean, unfortunately, they had come out and said that it had, unfortunately, he had cancer and everything, and they did say that with this relapse recently, that it was he had multiple organs affected, that this had spread. So unfortunately, when cancer diagnoses get to that point, you're talking weeks, not years.
Right.
He's gone through, was it 2 or 3, at least 2 that I know of.
2.
Treatments, and so
Ryan Sandberg, again, he just passed away at the age of 65 from cancer. He was a Hall of Famer, MVP, 10-time All-Star, home run derby champ, 9-time Gold Glover, 7-time Silver Slugger, player of the year. He was drafted by the Phillies in the 20th round in 1978 from North Central High School in Spokane, Washington. Yeah, this one hurts even me, man. He was my favorite Cub. Definitely just it takes me back, man. Nicknames as Rhino, Kid Natural, and Gabby. He had 8,385 at bats, 2,386 hits, 282 home runs, an average of 285 with 1,061 ribbies. Yeah, he was literally who I grew up, and all of us grew up watching.
MVP, bro.
Yeah, my Cubs jersey is a Ryan Sandberg jersey. So that's what I wear when I go to a Cub game every time.
Well, I'm gonna have to grab one now because I don't have one, and yeah, that sucks.
I have the old throwback like Cincinnati looking C with the Cubby in it.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
kind of like a off-white jersey.
Oh, the cream one. Yeah.
Yeah, the
right,
cream one.
cream
Yeah,
color. Right.
Yeah, but I have that with Ryan's number and name. Again, we're talking Bears, and then there you go, breaking news that kind of throws you off because what a legend. At one point we had hoped that he would be the GM of the Cubs, and to fruition. I know he was for the minor league team, but yeah, man.
I mean, that's we all grew up watching him on WGN, and
I'll tell you this right now: the Cubs need a Sandberg game because they're not going to win this.
Literally going to mention the Sandberg game. Yeah,
they're gonna right now. I would love to see some type of miracle because these guys are getting beat up.
Yeah. What is it? 5-3.
It's 6-3.
It's early. 6-3 now.
6-3 now. But
5-3 on here. Okay, but it's
with
early.
With that aside, just thinking about Ryan, like it's. We talked about, we saw the statues. You remember Jose?
Yeah.
We watched them. And we're like, that's a perfect the whole lineup with the Cubs is just. It's a perfect setup, and then having Ryan there, it just fit. Like everything fit, and we were talking about who's next. Obviously, Sammy. We're now that he's back, I would imagine. But to lose somebody like him, it's he's got a statue outside your stadium. The guy he's one of your greatest ball players. Great dude from all accounts that I know. I'd never heard anybody talk really bad about Ryan. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, just sucks, man, because I was hoping that he could bounce back, after beating it once.
Right.
But like JC said, there's things that are inevitable, and it sucks.
Yeah, it really does suck.
Yeah.
Go ahead, JC.
No, I again, just when he made his announcement, I think it was a week ago now, where he kind of went on Instagram or X or whatever it was, he kind of basically announced that, he's going through it again, and that, I had even read something that, he basically said, like, leaving the Cubs is going to be worse than passing away. Like, he wasn't really scared of that, but it was more of like no Cubs. So, it's definitely a hit to Cubs fandom. I mean, great ambassador, great overall personality. Anytime you'd seen him or anything with the Cubs, smiling face, happy to be there.
Happy to be a Cub.
One of the true ambassadors of the team that, yeah, what can you say about him?
That's the only Cubs jersey I have is a Ryan Summers jersey. Yeah, it's hung up, and that's the only one I would ever put on. Just because he was my favorite Cub growing up. People, they gravitated towards Mark Grace or Sean Dunston. For me, it was always Rhino, and Maddox to a point, but before he got traded very early in his career. But it was always Rhino, and then I remember my dad picking me up for CCD, and he's like, "I got something for you," and it's literally a baseball book, and it was full. I think it was like half full of Ryan Sandberg cards, and I still have it. It's a blue binder little book. It's got all of Ryan Sandberg. So I just put like the rest of them that I had, like my Fleers and my Upper Decks and my Donruss and my Tops. Ryan Sandberg. I put them all in there. That was such a cool thing for me because I was like, oh my god, I got all these Sandbergs. This is so awesome. Just because he was always my favorite player. So again, this is sad, and this is literally a punch in the gut. Literally a punch in the gut. If we want to transition,
I was gonna say I'm pissed. I refreshed my fucking page, and it was the first fucking thing. Like it was like the first thing that I wanted to go ahead and refresh this shit. And sorry to be the bearer.
Hopefully the Cubs players get the news and they can pull this out and get a win. In honor. But there's definitely going to be memorials, I'm sure. I'm sure there will be flowers at the statues by an hour from now, if not already.
There's got to be people there. There's got to be.
Yeah. So
I don't know where you're going to get flowers at this time of night, but
Jewel
Mariano.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jewel Mariano. They're still open. They close at 10.
Yeah. Sucks, man.
Yep.
Do you guys want to finish your Bears segment? I know you got literally.
Honestly, like I don't know. It's like I got nothing on the Bears anymore. Like I'm just like, damn. That's something.
I mean,
we can wrap it up.
The only thing I can say for the Bears is, I go to training camp on Saturday, so that'll be the first time I'll get my eyes on them. But I was kind of saying I agree with Ivan right now. Defenses are always going to be ahead of offenses that are installing playbooks and everything right now. So I'm not necessarily worried, if Caleb's throwing interceptions or, things are not going right because, let's face it. I mean, we've overhauled, 3 of the starting 5 offensive line position. We have all new wide receivers other than Rome and DJ Moore. But again, we're installing a brand new offense. So again, we're behind the 8 ball on the offensive side of the ball. And, we'll see. Like we'll see Saturday when I go with my guys to Halas Hall. We'll see. Maybe by Saturday they've installed enough and they're looking better. But as we were saying, the biggest thing for me is that we have a coaching staff that is holding guys accountable and making sure things are done properly. And if they're not done properly, it's do it again. Like we are aiming for perfection. We are aiming for something that we have not had in a long time, from some of these coaching staffs, from Nagy to Eberflus, where, things seem to be falling apart. The wheels look great. And then after year 2, they're falling off. Hopefully Ben Johnson, it's a new era. And I'll kind of just leave our Bears at that.
Yeah. Putting a bow on it. We had some players come back today. Adunze and Luther Burden III.
Yep. And then Shadar Turner Shamar Turner looks like he might be out for a month.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So, cool. Again, JC will be at practice and he'll give us another update. I know Ivan's going another day, so we'll continue to.
I don't know. Do I? Am I?
I thought you had 2 dates.
Oh no, I got Family Fest.
There you go. Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also have 8:15 with the Bears versus the Buffalo Bills practice.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, right now we're all of us are in disbelief with the latest news that Chicago Cubs Hall of Famer Ryan Sandberg. I think I spelled that wrong. Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah,
Ryan. It's not Ryan. Like
Yeah.
like pork rind, but like Ryan, RYNE.
Yeah, I literally just was typing fast. It's there it goes. Yeah, definitely. Literally took the era out of our sales here. So I know there was a couple more passings this week that really impacted us, and I know we wanted to do a big thing about it, but just wanted to mention it in passing. Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, passed away at 71. He died on July 24th of cardiac arrest in Clearwater, Florida. If you don't know who he was because you're a millennial, go look him up.
Let me tell you something, brother. That's if you don't know who he was. Yeah.
Go find out. Yeah.
Ivan's whole identity and mustache is shaped after Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it was not. But that's a good yes. Yeah, you know what? It's actually fitting that I have the same. But
If you don't know who Hulk Hogan is, let's just zoom in on
my
Ivan's
mustache. There it is.
Yeah. Hogan was multiple-time champion. You know, he literally got wrestling into popularity into the 80s and made it cross over into different genres.
He revolutionized the sport.
He did.
Yeah.
Did. Definitely a person on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. Recently, he endured over 25 surgeries, including spine, hip replacements, all types of stuff. It caught up to him, especially with all the drugs and partying that they did in the 80s.
Oh, the steroids, the drugs, and the partying.
Yeah, well, all of that. Yeah, that combination, right?
And then the slamming each other. That too. Remember that? Like that part?
Yeah. Picking up big old dudes and
top of all
picking
the
up
drugs,
600 guys.
the alcohol and the partying and the steroids. Yeah.
Well, I mean that's
Good
the weird
times.
thing about like that time of WWE is because like man, you look at like how some of these guys
Sorry. Fuck.
I'm confused because I heard score, and then I heard
we
fuck.
did score. We scored, and then he got thrown out at third. Fuck.
Okay.
So does that end the inning then?
No, it's 2 outs. But he got thrown out at third.
All right, so there's nobody on third. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
So as I was saying before,
I'm sorry, my bad.
I mean, you think about like, all right, like Hulk Hogan's big move was the boot to the face, right, and the leg drop.
Yeah.
So you sit there and think of like, okay, how many neck surgeries he had, how many hip, spine, whatever, and then like you look at some of these moves that these people are doing nowadays, and it's like, are these people going to be in like wheelchairs? Like,
well, I think they're more athletes now because these guys were these guys. You got to understand, Vince McMahon had this infatuation of muscle-bound, giant bullies that were going to wrestle and be gorillas in the fucking ring, and that he really didn't have this I mean, unless you were like fucking Shawn Michaels. He didn't like smaller guys for whatever reason. He wanted to promote the bigger, bulkier, muscle-bound dudes. So it's like there was a.
When you have a 6'6" guy walk up to you, it's kind of like, oh shit,
right?
You're a big ass dude.
Right. It's just like, certain guys probably weren't getting pushed because of Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan didn't want to push anybody anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, you think about it, like the Rey Mysterios, the Daniel Bryans, like these smaller guys, yeah, in the 80s they never would have gotten pushed. They might not even be in the WWE.
They would probably be just a tag team.
I think we talked about Eddie Guerrero, Jose. Like, him, smaller Eddie was the Eddie. Small Eddie, like doing fucking jumps off the top rope, being like from the beginning. Like, he was just amazing because he would just risk that courage to go ahead and put his body on the line. But like some of these other guys, like Hulk barely wanted to fucking, like Goldberg is the worst. The worst fucking wrestler I've ever seen in my life is Goldberg.
Yeah.
Just terrible. Like, there's just guys that are naturally, I think, I would say, agile and athletic that I think falls like this. Look at Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan doesn't look like he's beating the fuck up. He did all his stunts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was taking shots, falling down, breaking. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's had some type of work. But, like, I think the more agile, the more smaller you are, the less it's going to be on your body. And also, you're not taking steroids.
Yeah, I think that's one of the major things, that these guys are not taking steroids. But we did talk about it last week. Like Jeff Hardy, like that dude has a messed up back, and he's still doing, the Swanton Bomb. That Kevin Owens, who just had neck surgery, he also, his finishing move was a stunner. So can you imagine just falling and you're 250 pounds falling on your tailbone night after night? Like, it's gonna mess up your back. Randy Orton with the RKO, same thing. He's landing on his back. There's a lot of these moves that look like nothing, but if you add them up in totality, it will catch up to them. So they are bigger athletes. They do take care of themselves more, right? Just like the NBA players, right? They're not the ones of the 80s, smoking cigars and drinking a Bud Light during halftime. That's not what is going on. They have nutritionists, they have dietitians, they have, personal chefs. They don't drive on the road. They have a chauffeur that drives them on a, they have a coach bus that takes them from city to city, or they have services. It's not like before. So I think there's longevity.
Half of them fly home and then fly to the next.
I mean, your top tier, your top tier guys do fly themselves home, but like Cody Rhodes does have a bus. Randy Orton has a bus, and he goes from city to city until he's not working a day. Then he goes home, right? So, in my opinion, these guys are taking care of themselves better. They're also not wrestling 340 days a year. These guys are wrestling 200 or less dates a year. So there's less wear and tear, and they're able to take some time off or whatever. No,
to me, it's just like I said. So what? I'm blanking on the name of the move that Owen Hart hurts Stone Cold.
That is a pile driver.
Pile driver.
Yeah.
That is a pile driver. Yeah.
But now they're doing a pile driver, and where they do a flip into a pile driver.
Well, it's a Canadian destroyer. I think it's the Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah, Canadian Destroyer or whatever they call it now.
There's two names for it: the Canadian Destroyer, and there was something else.
It's all about the pinching of the. It's all about.
It's where the head placement, where you if I'm doing a pile driver, their head should not be nowhere near like my knees. It should be like towards my crotch. So that way I slam down on my knees and then I just drop them forward. So it looks devastating, but there's no impact to them. Now the Canadian Destroyer, so it's kind of the same setup. And then the person that's upside down is throwing their weight, and then you're just flipping with them. So then you're landing on your butt, and their head is nowhere near it. So it looks devastating, but it's not.
I watched some Kenny Omega match online this week, and I mean, like, he got literally dropped on his head.
Oh, I believe it.
I mean, it was one of those matches where, like, it was probably a 45-minute match, and like I said, I mean, you could tell, like, they were throwing every finisher, every, like, whatever, like, and I mean, some of the moves were impressive, like stuff I hadn't seen before, in matches and stuff. But like I said, it's one of those, they literally were so exhausted by the end of the match that this guy did a move on Kenny Omega and literally dropped him on his head. And I sat there and was like, that is how, because like you literally watch his head hit the mat and then his neck, like, you know what I mean, bend under the weight of his entire body. You know, from his head hitting first.
Yeah. There's this.
And again, it was one of those where like the move, like the guy couldn't really see him because Omega was on like over his back. So like it was almost like a stunner, but Omega's upside down and like the guy falls to his tailbone. But like I said, Omega landed right on his head. And it was just one of those where it's like, yeah, you wonder why these guys are having neck surgeries. And but there was somebody else that did kind of like frog splashes. And they were was it Devon maybe? I was watching something.
Frog Splash was Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam. As far as the
but Devon did like where he jumps and like his head into the guy's crotch.
His head into the crotch.
So I
you talking about Chris Benoit?
Yeah, I want to think it was Devon. No, Chris Benoit was the flying headbutt.
Oh,
but again,
you got me, brother.
I love that story. But you know, Devon and the Dudleys used to do where like they would spread the guy's crotch open, and Devon would do that, and then jump and headbutt the guy in the groin, essentially. Yeah. But they were talking about like the frogs, or not the frog splash, but the flying headbutt, and kind of like the damage that move did to them.
Yep.
Well, not just yes, Chris Benoit as well. That they found massive amounts of CTE, but that could have been chair shots. That could have been, back in the day, they did a lot of things that were a little unnecessary. And I understand Undertaker says, I can make a chair shot look good, and it never hurts anybody. It's still a chair hitting your skull. I don't care what you say.
Well, back then it did, but in the 90s they started to like way where they would put their hand up right by their face. So it's not supposed to hit your head if it's done correctly.
Yeah, well, there's still videos of
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, I watched some of the matches recently where they're doing like suplexes onto the stairs. And I'm just like,
I know the spot that you're saying, because he's he's one of my
and I'm just like, and then like some of the Dean Ambrose stuff they got going where they're doing a suplex onto a back with nails. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
like
AEW's wild.
You are risking spinal cord injuries. Like what? Like I just again
if you
not to get away from the whole.
Well, if you want to watch a car crash, that's the type of wrestling they kind of do sometimes. So, that's done. We've already lived through the what is it, they did a
Attitude Era and Hardcore Era.
The Hardcore Era with ECW and all that stuff. I mean,
ECW. I love
it still happens in the indies.
That's my favorite fucking chant of all time. Just ECW over and over and over is the best fucking chant, regardless of who you think who you are. ECW, and they're all maniacs. They were all fucking psychopaths.
All of them are psychopaths.
All of them.
Oh my goodness. I think we're good here. Before it's been a wild ride.
Before we go into ECW.
Yeah, no, that's a whole different type of podcast.
Sandman.
Sandman. Everybody went through ECW. And before we get out of here, just our condolences to Ozzy Osbourne and his family. He passed away as well this week. Great music. I'm glad he was able to do that tribute concert where he was sitting down and he was singing, and his fans were able to get that one last goodbye before he passed away. So I think we're good here. It's been an emotional roller coaster today of highs and lows, and hopefully you're back next week to ride that with us. And so I think we're done today. Yeah. That's it for today. Thank you for our thank you to you, the fans, for listening, for watching, for subscribing, for sharing. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for sticking with us and supporting us through 258 episodes. Wow. Thank you to our sponsors, 606 Media and True Chicago Sports Fans. Check us out at TCSF Pod on the Twitter, on IG, Facebook, Spotify, True Chicago Sports Fans, and then even on our Gmail. So go ahead and email us, message us, DM us, whatever you need to do. We got tons to say. So go ahead and be interactive with us. All right, for Stevie B and JC, I am Big Z. We'll see you next time for
I'm
episode
not Stevie
2.
B.
Oh, sorry. I'm so used to
What
saying
the
Ivan.
fuck?
This is for Ivan from the Tape Never
He's
Lies.
Ivan, aka Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan and JC.
Come on, Ivan. Give us the
Big
26-inch pythons. Just one time.
He does.
One time.
No, you should see his calves. Oh,
No, I can't. I like this shirt. I can't rip this shirt.
all right. Next week's 259. And until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.
Rest in peace, Rhino.